foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ka, Kodash. All honor to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing the truth and sincerity all over the earth. And on the way back home, and listening to the other, we're not to talk about video. It's a camp lesson right now that's going on. And just real quick, yeah, he's talking about the destruction of Babylon, pretty much, and the kingdom to come. And just want to give a quick touch that this place is temporary, and we know that. And since Babylon the Great is temporary, we know that everything that we have going on, or future things that we have going on, or just anything along those lines, it's not going to be a permanent thing. It might be permanent for the moment, or whatever the case, but it's not going to be a permanent thing forever. And that's something we always have to keep in mind when we do things, that America is going to be or is currently now, and going to get worse, a failing, crumbling society, which is already is doing. So when you got something going, or the things, like little things that we do outside in the world, don't let that distract you. Don't keep your eye focused and single on certain things. Yeah, we know we have to work, make money, do things like that. You have a side hustle, got a side hustle. Got women, take care of your woman, whatever the case. Children, those things. We know you got to do those things. But don't get too wrapped up and focused on trying to become millionaires and doing all the other stuff, because it's I don't know what's the word. I want to say unconducive, but I don't know if that's even the right word to even use, or that's even how you say it. But don't get caught up in these things, man. And like, I made a video a while back, pretty much stating that nothing in this world, pretty much in Babylon the Great, that we have is worth giving up for this truth, and that still stands. Nothing that we have, whether it be little riches, little money, women, family, whatever the case may be, if you had to give it all up for the truth, you have to be ready to do that, man. If something is standing in your way from the truth, then you got to put that thing aside, man. There's people that fall out the truth for women and family and their kids and whatever the case may be, but you have to put all that stuff aside, man, because you have to understand what we're involved in. You see, and that's how the Lord tests people sometimes, is putting families, putting finances, and put you in the hell. Put you in hell with your woman, put you in hell with finances, or whatever the case may be. He'll put those things in your way to see what you're gonna do. You see, and we have to just stand and put trust and faith. Speaking to myself as well, that no matter what happens, that the Lord has you back and is watching over you. You see, that the Lord's not going to leave you, and that He's watching you along the way. And no matter what situation the Lord puts you through, that He's putting you through the situation for a reason, and the Lord's going to make you the Lord's going to help you overcome the situation, whether that be whatever it be, finances, vehicle, jobs, women, whatever the case, man. Side hustle that you want to get involved into, or whatever the case, man. Car troubles and things like that, man. The basic Babylon troubles that that we go through in this place. So you got to just put trust and faith in the Lord. And like the scriptures do say, it says, without faith, it is impossible to please Him. You see, and that's true. Here it is. If you don't have trust and faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's going to get you through these things, or help you out when you need it, or whatever the case may be, when you're praying, when you're asking, then you know what is there to it, man? That's how a lot of Jake gets caught up. And this is in the world speaking. When Jake get caught up in the world because they'll go through some turmoil, they'll go through something, and then again, they immediately jump up to try to do something, to try to make. It's normally always about money. They always want to make a quick buck and doing something that you're not really supposed to be doing, and then you get yourself caught up in trouble. You see, and we can't do that, man. It's been times in my life that I was downtrodden, needed some finances, doing some things, but you know, I can't. I might have when I was in the world, but I know since been in this truth, man, I don't think there's nothing that I've ever done if I needed money or anything along those lines that I immediately hopped up and you know did something that you know wasn't supposed to. And that's, you gotta have patience. Like it says, be patient when thou change to a lower state, man. You gotta be patient. You see? Because what happened also, and it says, in your patience possessing your soul, man. You see? In your sufferings, man. You gotta that when you suffer and you go through things that as you overcome those things and then you elevate, you go into the next thing, and then the next problem happens or the next thing arises, that's building character. You see, just like when you watch these shows, or anime, or I'm an anime fan myself, but they call it it's called that in other shows too, but what it's called in what they use it in anime, it's called character development, man. You know, character development. So the character development is if you look at it in our sense too, when you're going through things and things happen and you're trying to and you're trying to figure out how to overcome it, your thought process gets different, whether you have to have a physical change, mental change, or whatever type of change that you need to go through. And after you get through that situation, you're building your character, man. You're developing yourself. You're developing yourself. Because now you get stronger physically, mentally, spiritually. Your faith increases. And all these things happen. It's the character development, man. And that person, all that stuff defines kind of who you are, man, in a way. But we know, and take that lightly, I don't mean as in the things that we've done in the world define who we are, because we all changed creatures, man, from what we used to be in the world. So rob, kill, murder, or whatever the case. Do things. Just throwing things out there. But, you know, whoremongering and all types of things, man. Pimps, prostitutes, and you know, Jake comes from all different walks of life, and we change from that. That's what I was saying when I was talking about that. Don't let your past really define you. But it's a beautiful thing that the Lord, you know, you just like the apostles say, you have to learn to love. You have to learn to love to suffer. And I haven't got to that point yet. Sometimes when I'm going through things, I'm like, man, you know, it's cool, man. I don't mind it. But then other times, majority of the time when I'm feeling it, I'm like, man, I'm going through it, man. But I haven't got to that point yet. But you can see why. Because it develops character, man. It develops your faith, your trust, and it develops you. So, I know I kind of got off topic a little bit. But yeah, but these things are temporary, man. And I might actually go into actual video about this, but I'm pretty much got to reach my destination, so I'm gonna close out right here. So Lord willing, Lord put a spirit on me. I'll do a part two where I'm going into, or what things I'm saying right now. So I'm gonna close out. Give all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.